Welcome into Fantasy AI. All right, back in the computer room today. We're going to look at some fantasy movers, those moving up and down the consensus rankings. So here's a look at some of the stars that will be appearing in today's show, coming out of the Fantasy AI Data Center locker room. Getting ready for the show today. All right, let's get started here with some rank movers. So who's up first? We got DeAndre Swift. Moved on over to the Bears. All right, came in on a 3-year, $24 million contract from Philadelphia. It's a pretty high price to pay. Hey, Bears wouldn't give Montgomery a 3-year, $18 million contract the year before. And we saw what Montgomery did there in Detroit last year. He's one of the top 10 scorers from the running back position. Let's move on. So Swift comes in from Philadelphia's powerful offensive line, one of the best in football. Had a good year last year, 1,000 yards you can see here, right? You know, didn't have as many touchdowns, but hey, healthy 10 points a game average there. Well, we can look at some of the track record here. Remember, Miles Sanders went to Carolina the year before off a good year with Philadelphia. Philadelphia's getting rid of him a year too soon. Anyway, he goes down to Carolina and fails. Now he's third on the team, but he signed a 4-year, $25 million contract. That was Miles Sanders. So are we setting up for the same thing here with DeAndre Swift in his 3-year, $24 million contract? You know, moving from Philadelphia's powerful offensive line. But let's take a look here. You can see he did pretty good. You know, he did finish 23rd, but that was with Philadelphia. And let's take a look here at the team. He's moving to a crowded backfield. You got Swift, Roschon, Johnson, Herbert still lingering there. You know, and they got a 23rd hardest rushing schedule. Now, the excitement on the Bears is going to be this Caleb Williams and these receivers you got over here. But as far as the running game, I think they were correct moving him down 2 spots to 27. Just too much risk there, right? With that crowded backfield and unproven track record for those Philadelphia running backs. Moving on, how about Jahan Dotson? He in Washington had a disappointing year last year. That sophomore slump swallowed him up last year. Had a promising rookie year. Here's Washington has a new offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury. The word on Dotson, he struggles a little bit to get off press coverage. You know, maybe they saw that rookie season film and knew how to defend him the next year. Although Curtis Samuel's gone from Washington, that should help him out a little bit. Now, let's not forget he was a first-round pick a few years back. Couple years back, and he is in his 3rd year. He's got past that sophomore slump. Let's take a look at that. Whew! 58th finish last year, and on a team that was passing the heck out of the ball. So here's some of the teammates here. He's got Terry McLaurin there, and he's only ranked 29th, so they're not highly ranking the Washington receivers. Jaden Daniels is the quarterback here, you can see. But 18th schedule on the receivers. They're moving him down. Almost a nothing move. But is he going to pick it up in his 3rd year? A little more competition there, but these are bottom rung receivers anyway. So moving on. Here's a top runger. Chris Olave comes in at number 8 here. All right. They moved him from 9 to 12. Well, what's going on there? Well, you see, you got a non-contact jersey in recent OTAs. Wonder if that scared him off a little bit. Had a weight room shoulder injury. But it's supposed to be nothing. Ready for training camp, like they always say. You know, got the new offense under Clint Kubiak coming in. And we're 2 years in now with Chris Olave. Had 1,000 yards both seasons. All right? 3rd-year wide receiver. We like those year wide receivers. Here's what he did last year. Just not a lot of touchdowns. You know, that's a lack of touchdowns. He did have 5. But here we go. Here's his teammates. We got Shaheed coming on last year. They have him ranked 58th. But you can see they got a tough schedule here. Position schedules 22nd. That's for the wide receivers. Ooh, that running game of Alvin Kamara is looking a little better there with an easier schedule. Is Derek Carr going to come on this year? So some of the questions around Chris Olave. But they're moving him down to 12th. And it seems about fair to me, you know. Let's move on. How about Mike Evans? They moved him from 14 to 18, moving down 4 spots. Had a great season last year. Look at that. 1,255 or 13 touchdowns. Whew. Just throwing it up and hoping Baker was for him last year. Let's go. Highest receiving yards since 2018 last year. So that's 7 years. So, how about 6 years? Maybe even 5. But anyways, 5-time Pro Bowler. All right. 11th season. Getting kind of old. Maybe that's why we're worried about him. And Baker Mayfield's quarterback. It could be a little problem there, too. He's in a 2-year, he just signed, though, a 2-year, $52 million extension here. So they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're giving him the money. Show him the money, huh? But here's what wow, look at that last year. So, great season. So, here's the competition. I don't like the 28th position schedule. That's bad schedule. And Baker's got a bad one there, too, quarterback. So they got a good rushing schedule with Shard White and Irvin, but Chris Godwin's always there. Finished 33 last year. They got him ranked 34th. That's probably where he'll finish. Mike Evans will be the focal point, and I like them moving him down. This is healthy. Last year we got him on a bargain. I had Mike Evans last year. It's funny. I came home after one of my drafts. I told my wife, "Oh well, I did good. I didn't take Baker Mayfield like my plan." But I was looking over my team. I ended up with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Rashard White. And I'm like, I was afraid Baker was going to bring him down, and the rest is history. Funny thing is, I took Godwin. It was in a snake draft, and it was towards the end. I took them both. I do that sometimes. It's a nice thing to do there, but I took them both, and Mike Evans paid off last year, but I got him nothing. I didn't pay, nothing. That's when you take him. So hopefully he'll drop a little further, and then we might pick him up again this year. Let's move on. How about Jacoby Myers? Moved from 53 to 59. So pretty well out of the even draftable. But see, they got Devontae Adams, of course, there. And they got the new tight end, Brock Bowers. So maybe they think some focus is going to go there. Got the quarterback, Aiden O'Connell. Gardner Minshew, maybe he's going to be the quarterback. We got a little quarterback controversy going there. He's on a 3-year, $33 million deal, so this is his 2nd year of that. So he will be the number 2 wide receiver there. Let's take a look here. He did pretty good, delivered there, 22nd. You see that fantasy finish, 22nd. That's pretty good. They're showing him no respect. This year got him ranked 59th. All right? So they do have the hard passing schedule, and Devontae Adams is just a target vacuum. So, but he did struggle through with some bad quarterback play to get to the 22nd finish last year. Maybe Michael Gallup coming in there is number 3, or it's more likely the tight end signing. But this would be a long but possible supplemental picks for him if he stays undrafted like that. So deep. But anyway, moving on. Let's get to some positive movement. All right. We've got Ramondre Stevenson moving up to number 26th from 28. Moved up 2 spots. What's going on with him? Well, in 2022, he had almost 1,500 all-purpose yards. It was a great year. A lot of promise for him last year. Then it kind of fell through. Ankle sprain kind of ended his season prematurely. Ezekiel Elliott kind of helped with that a little bit. He looked lighter and quicker in OTAs, so the report is. So maybe that's some of that reporting is what bumping him up a little bit. He's looking for a new contract, so he's hoping for a new contract, maybe in his contract year. Let's see what he did last year. You see he missed those final 5 games. Had some good games, but they were expecting a little more out of him, I think, last year. Here's his team. You can see that Antonio Gibson's brought in to be the backup. Zeke's gone. So we got the 20th schedule for them there. Not much going on in this team. Look at this. So if you're hoping for a lot of touchdowns, you got a rookie quarterback, unproven wide receiver crew here. Probably going to be one of the lower scoring teams in fantasy. So, he is ranked 26th, but he would be the number one on that team. So, something to keep an eye on. Moving on. How about Tyler Lockett? Moving from 54 to 52. All right, so what's anything to cause that? Well, he was a guest on Rich Eisen's show. So maybe he was fresh in some rankers' minds, Some of that might do it. You see him in the news. You rethink where you might put him and rank him. How about new head coach coming in? Mike McDonald. Got a new offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb. So things are going to be changed there. Coach speak, of course. They're saying, this JSN, expecting big things out of him. They asked him, what's the big thing coming out of OTAs? And that's what he had to say. So is that good for Tyler Lockett? Probably not. But there's his numbers last year. Finished 34th. And just look at that team. They've even got JSN here, moved ahead of him at 44. So they do have a good passing wide receiver schedule there at 12. Of course, Metcalf's ranked top. Finished 15th. Got him ranked 20th. So, and JSN 44. So you got Lockett here at 52. So they got 3 highly ranked receivers here. Or not highly, but at least on the board. So, just a little maintenance, moving him down, probably freshen their mind off that show. Let's move on. How about DJ Moore? DJ Moore moves from 19 to 17. I don't like it. I like it when they're underestimating him. I'm going to pick him up cheap. But here's what they got. They got the rookie quarterback coming in. And they got that rookie wide receiver to go with him. So that's probably scaring them on DJ Moore this next year. And Keenan Allen coming in doesn't help any either. And they're going to be featured on Hard Knocks. Right? So that keep them in the news. So maybe overrate some of the rookies, hopefully. Because I'd like to get me some DJ Moore cheap. You can see they had a great year. Finished 6th last year. Finished 6th. Look at those explosive games. They got him ranked 17th, DJ Moore. And Keenan Allen's ranked there, 42nd. And they got all 3 of those receivers ranked in the top 60. Caleb Williams, like I said, has the 4th easiest schedule. That's what we're liking here, is the 3rd easiest schedule. So, hopefully those other 2, Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze, will make some big noises on Hard Knocks and then rookie and keep moving DJ Moore down, and I'll come in and get him cheap. I hope. Well, we will. But we'll see. But we'll see how he drops in the preseason. That's what can make preseason so great. How's about another mover here? We got Drake London going from 15 to 13. I got to say that before all this started, I kept thinking to myself, Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta. I'm thinking that Drake London's going to be one of my main sleepers, right? Well, they're not sleeping on him. They got him already ranked up to 13th. All right, let's take a look at some of this. Kirk Cousins in. Desmond Ridder out. Good. We like that. New offensive coordinator Zach Robinson in. Arthur Smith out. Good. We like that. Drake London's in his 3rd year. Yep, sophomore slump's over. But in 3 years, no 1,000 yards yet. Right? So he's never had 1,000 yards. Here's what he did last year. No touchdowns. Of course, the quarterback play had a lot to do with it. But here you see him finish 42nd, and they got him ranked 13th. I'm starting to think overvalue here. Let's look at his team. Nobody else is ranked on there. He got 3 names. I can't believe they gave Darnell Mooney 3-year, $13 million. Finished 86th in fantasy last year. Brought in Rondale Moore. And neither of those 2 are ranked, but they just keep bumping up Drake London. I guess it's because of Kirk Cousins. But, hey, show me. Now they're getting overpriced. So any dreams of getting Drake London as a sleeper or you wanting him, hey, you know what? For that, he hasn't been proven. 13th? we'll go back and take that Chris Olave, who was ranked 12th, who has done 1,000 yards in both. Same value. Hey, now they're getting him overpriced. So let's move on. What's important to see on these rankings when you go through them, starting to see and throughout the preseason as they moving them people up or moving them down, start to say, well, then they start getting out of hand on some of them. And then they get that echo and they're hearing each other talk about them and they move them up too high. But anyway, let's move on to Joshua Palmer, our top of the list. Move from 57 to 53. Let's see what he's got here. Recent overlooked. Oh, in recent articles, they were kept saying how he's being overlooked. So that was the news coming out. So little group think they're moving him from 57 to 53. Third round pick back in 21. Obviously, the big news here is Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are gone. It opens up a number 1 and number 2 slot there. Well, there's room at the top, so that's what we're saying here. How about that rookie Ladd McConkey coming in to take one of those 2 spots? They signed DJ Shark. He's not even mentioned here, but he's the only one on the team to ever have 1,000 yards. Did you know that? Let's take a look at that team. First of all, no production except a couple flashes out of Palmer last year. But here's what we're looking at here is they got the 32nd hardest schedule. So that's just hands off anyway on these guys. Ladd McConkey, probably they have him higher ranked, make some noise. They're still waiting on this Quentin Johnston to make some noise there. Gus Edwards, I did like the running game possibility there, but he's been hurt a little bit, so we don't know. So anyway, hands off on Joshua Palmer anyway. Bad team ranked, and I don't know why they're moving him up. But anyway, that's what we've got for today. So if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe button. Like I say, even if you don't, hit that like and subscribe button. All right, I'm going to move on to fill my shorts. I'm going to fill my shorts. Warning, this is a rapid Fantasy AI with this week's Fantasy Movers. DeAndre Swift moves down 2 spots to 27th for the Bears at running back. Jahanni Dotson moves down 3 spots to 55 for Washington receiver. Little weight room shoulder injury in OTAs holding Chris Olave out. Maybe that's why they moved him down 3 spots. Mike Evans down 4 spots, possibly because he's old and they're overlooking him again. Jacoby Myers moves down 6 spots. No real reason. Maybe Brock Bowers coming in at tight end scares him off. Ramondre Stevenson moving up 2 spots to 26th. Looking lighter and quicker in OTAs this year. Tyler Lockett, crowded receiver room in Seattle, moves down up 2 spots to 52. DJ Moore has a crowded room in Chicago. He moves up 2 more spots. Hope they overlook him. Drake London's not a sleeper anymore. They're moving him up too much to 13th for a nut, never had 1,000 yards. Josh Palmer comes in, moves him down 4 spots. Crowded room there too.